How's it going, YouTube? My name is JVIT, and welcome back to another video inside of Destiny 2, and we're actually taking a look at Renegades again. Also, if there's something wrong with my mic, please comment down below, and I'll try to resolve it, because I've been getting a lot of comments about, like, my mic is being kind of shitty lately, so... But without that out of the way, let's just go over what we got. So Renegades is revealing this December, and with that we have some new exotic weapons and armor coming in December. We have the new Praxic Blade, the Heirloom Crossbow, and exotic gear. Praxic Blade, you can obviously assume this is the new lightsaber we're getting in Destiny 2 Renegades, and it'll be releasing December 2nd, 2025, and bringing some new big changes. This is going to be setting on Mars, which is a Star Wars themed expansion, and it's putting players in the role of the space outlaw taking on jobs, building trust with shady factions, and completing missions however they want. At the heart of its lawless frontier, a new activity that lets you choose contracts across multiple planets and completing them solo or with other players. We have a revamped progression through the New Order system aimed at simplifying rewards and giving players more freedom with their loadouts. A new social hub called the Tharsis Outpost will act as your main base during the expansion. So here's a nice little picture of the promo for Renegades. This appears to be the Guardian. Looks like one of the Guardians. It kind of reminds you of Darth Revan a little bit with the helmet, holding a ghost. And I think this might be the new villain for the Renegades expansion. And we got a lot of Mars going on here. You got the Praxic Blade, you got some sort of rifle, and then one of the new weapons coming out. So yeah. We also have a brand new trailer, which I'm not going to show, but if you guys want to check that out, just search up Destiny 2 Renegades exotic trailer. It'll be... I can put it in the description below if you guys want to check it out. So all the new exotic weapons and armor we have, let's just go over that. So first of all, we have a ton of new weapons and armor. We have the Uncivil Discourse hand cannon, which is really cool. Look, actually, do I have a picture of what it looks like? Yes, we do. So this reminds me of the Han Solo weapon in New Hope. That's kind of how it's inspired, because once again, this is a Star Wars inspired expansion. We have the modified B7 pistol hand cannon, which would be this one right here. Very, very nice. Let's see, all or nothing pulse rifle. We have the refurbished A499 heavy sniper rifle, the M17 fast talker submachine gun, compact defender sidearm, fortune favors hunter exotic leg armor, Praxic vestment Titan exotic chest armor, Demos Suffusion warlock exotic helmet, and Praxic blade exotic sword, and last but not least, the heirloom crossbow exotic weapon. And this might be our first exotic crossbow we're getting in Destiny 2. So, Uncivil Discourse is an arc hand cannon, dynamic heat weapon. Here is the Stasis hand cannon, the B7 pistol, also a dynamic heat weapon. Come down here. All or nothing. This is the Strand Pulse Rifle, another dynamic heat weapon, and looks pretty cool. It kind of gives me similar, like, what is it, inspiration to the Duality shotgun from Beyond Light, Season of the Hunt. It kind of looks like this, but a shorter barrel, and it's a pulse rifle. And this might be a rocket pulse, that I'm just saying. Actually, maybe it is, but it might also just be a regular pulse. So like mint retrograde, and yeah. So next we have the refurbished A499 kinetic sniper rifle with disruption weapon. Will fire a single heavy hitting round and disintegrates targets on impact. Interesting, interesting. This definitely looks like a weapon used by Tusken Raiders. Here is the M17 Fast Talker, Stasis Submachine Gun, Balanced Heat Weapon. So I feel like all these are going to be heat weapons. Yeah, most of them are going to be. A Void Sidearm, interesting design, interesting barrel type. Like it's a very interesting looking pistol. Just looks like a normal sidearm, to be honest. Compact Defender, that's what it's called. So yeah, there's those. I think the more interesting part so far is the armor. So let's go over the armor. Renegades will introduce one exotic piece of armor for each class, with alongside with 2 exotic weapons, bringing a total of 5 new exotics shown so far. And of course, we have the new dungeon exotic, which we're not sure what that is yet, but we'll probably get more information once that time is near us. So 5 new exotics shown so far. Fortune's Favor is a hunter exotic legs. What the description is, after landing a final blow, well at full health, or when out of combat for an extended duration, your shield will recharge into an overshield, which that does seem really good. It's nice to get an overshield when you're not in combat. So like when you are in combat, you'll still have the overshield, and then it'll take a lot longer for you to deal extra damage. When you do have the overshield, your weapons gain increased accuracy, stability, handling, and damage against combatants, and final blows will grant a short period of increased mobility once the overshield is depleted. So this could be very, very powerful for the hunters. We have the Praxic Vest. Oh yeah, and here's what the hunter legs look like. They really do look nice, like serif almost type legs, I guess. I don't know. This one is probably the most interesting of the 3. This one is basically saying, hey, we're giving you Twilight Garrison back, alright? Gain an air move jetpack weapon and arc-powered melee final blows build up jetpack fuel. Activate your jetpack while airborne with a forceful blast of exhausting arc energy, then fly forward based on the amount charged. Collide with the combat to unleash a blinding blast of energy and gain a temporary bonus to the melee stat. That could be very, very powerful as well for the Titans. And the Deimos Fusion, which is another Warlock exotic. Strand supers. Most of the Strand exotics for Warlocks haven't been really good to me, to be honest. Like, the Swarmers are an okay exotic, but I don't know. The Strand ones are getting a little bit boring at this point. So while a Strand super is equipped, casting Rift will suspend nearby combatants, which I guess that could be somewhat good, but like, come on, you could have done so much better. Suspend deals more damage over time, healing you in the process. Okay, now that's pretty good. Combatants who break free from suspension suffer additional damage. Defeating suspended targets heals you a moderate amount. So I can see this being somewhat annoying in the Crucible, but like, yeah, another Strand exotic. Praxic Blade, a kinetic exotic sword, which looks like this is our first actual primary sword we're getting. Lightsaber, obviously. And of course, reflects incoming fire, melee, and ranged attacks. We have the Heirloom. This is the crossbow. Fires a high-powered explosive bolts. And yeah, that's just a look at all the exotics we have. And here's the trailer, which we can watch this really quick. Why not? The volume down. Now, to take note, it's really nice that you can get different colors of the lightsaber of the Praxic Blade. That is a thing I do like. It's unlike it. I like how it's just not just one singular color, so that's very nice. And I think that might be our first exotic weapon that I can actually deflect, which is technically you got Heir Apparent, which is like a shield. I guess it doesn't really deflect though, but this one is quite nice. And then you got the Heirloom crossbow. Oh. This looks quite interesting to see this here. Alright, well, that's a look at all the exotic weapons, well, weapons in general and armor. So this is very, very cool. But yeah, this is just a quick video on what we have to look at for Renegades as new exotic weapons and armor coming this December. Remember, it does release December 2nd, so feel free to pre-order that when you can. And yeah, nothing else too much to go over. That's just going to be the end of this short video. If you guys did enjoy it, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe, and join our community Discord down in the description below. And if you guys want to see a video, well, I already pulled it up, but if you want to see it, I could put in the description down below. But anyways, that's going to be the end of this video. I hope you guys did find it enjoyable, and let me know in the comments on what your favorite exotic weapon or armor piece is for Renegades. Anyways, this is JVIT, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out, everyone. Bye.